When we're born, most of our organs are fully formed when you think about it, right? Our heart, our lungs, our kidneys, they function from day one as they will for their entire lives. But not the brain. The brain comes out pretty underdeveloped. It's, it's absolutely dependent on what it encounters on its ride to full development. And in the first 3 years of life, there is a huge amount of development. As you all know the statistic, 80 to 85% of the physical brain will be developed in the first 3 years of life. It's like I like to say, my daughter Geneviève, who's 16 and 5'9", she would have been almost 5 feet tall by the age of 3, right? That's a huge amount of growth. Ultimately, right, our ability to learn, really the design of our entire lives, is essentially predicated on those first 3 years of life. And it's a pretty painful truth when you think about it, because it comes at a time when we have little ability to say, hey, please talk to me, stop texting and, feed my brain. What happens when the language environment isn't there, or worse, if it's angry and hostile? Well, you know this. I mean, the brain development still occurs, but it will never be as extensive or as optimum. And brain development will often be inhibited in an often fundamental and negative way. But what happens when the language environment is rich and words and interaction are just pouring into a child's brain? Well, the brain is incredibly active, creating 700 to 1,000 new neural connections every second. At no other time of life will brain development be so rapid or so influential.